Okay, next. Miss Jadyn Cree. I think we're alone. I said, no, she did not. 1980s Tiffany. Am I in the mall? Is it 1980s?
Am I at the mall?
1987?
No, but let's honor the original, which is Tommy James and the Shondells. But I was like, because I did my watch with me, y'all. I did my watch with me to Jadyn tonight, and I said it might be Mr. Tommy James and the Shondells, but I know that's Tiffany. I know Tiffany.
Wait, I get my jelly shoes. This is why I'm mad at The Voice, because to me, I thought like Colby's mix, I thought Alana's mix, I thought Jadyn's mix, perfection. They had that perfect reverb on her voice. It was mixed to the T.
Yes, it was.
Let me tell you something. Jadyn kind of, for me, in this song, because I know it so well, because it's my childhood, Jadyn did the reverse of she did something really interesting. I felt she was strongest on the verses, where you have someone who usually sings a song, and if you sing a song that's so known by a certain generation of people, I mean, this is Gen X all over it, they look for that chorus part, right? And I felt like the chorus, to Michael's point, was a little redundant. It was a little repetitive. I needed a little bit more. And then every time she sang the chorus and the bridge, running just as fast as we can, like that part, like I was like, that's what I'm talking about, Jadyn. Like, cause you put your arms around me, and like that part, like I felt she was giving us that vibe of this song that I'm needing. But then I felt like the Think You Were Alone Now was a little safe. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
But I felt like Jadyn on this song was strongest in the verse and the bridge. I felt the chorus was a little redundant, and I felt like it sounded the same over and over again. Yeah, I needed her to do something a little different, because there was a singer tonight who was redundant, like who kept singing the same chorus. A couple of them kept singing the same chorus, but did it a little different. And I'll talk to that a little bit later. But yeah, I thought she was. This is a perfect song for her. Perfect.
It's the perfect
song. Stephanie?
It's the perfect song. Okay, so I can take your point. I understand what you're saying. I do have to say, though, that this is one of these weird songs where the chorus is the most boring part of the song, to be honest with you. Okay, the where the energy is and where the action of the song is in this song is the verse and the bridge. By the time you get to the chorus is actually a decline. I think we're alone now. It's softer. It doesn't seem to be any. And I can understand what you're saying as far as maybe wanting her to do something different. However, I don't know that I necessarily want to hear something different on this song, because of the way that I have an affection for the song. I think that the difference of energy is because that's what the song does anyway. And I think that she was giving exactly what the original gave. Could she have done something a little bit more original? Sure. Did I need something more original? No. And I'll tell you why. Because I was so in awe of the fact that her voice actually sounded as good as it did live, as it does on the pre-recorded stuff. And I could not believe the pop incredible sound that she was able to generate, that still had the energy, that still had the personality, that still had that filter that I've talked about with her voice. It was still all there. And she's dancing around and she's moving, and I could not take my eyes off of her. And I was just so, number one, happy for her, and number two, proud of her, because it was just like some of those notes, I was like, you better grab that note, reaching just as fast as I can. Like, baby, there was nothing flat You
Oh
was
no,
reaching
no,
all
no.
them notes, okay?
Jaden's
There
sense
were
of
no pitch
pitch
issues.
is
There were no pitch issues. Let me make that clear, okay? And like I've said before, and I'll stop here. Pop is not easy. I said this about Con. Pop is not easy to do. And the way she was able to execute this song, I was like, give me some
to your point, and
Tiffany.
thank you for bringing up that point, because historically, it made me think of a particular artist who I think does more with less of a chorus, because that was a thing of the 80s where the chorus was not necessarily. Think of Susanna Hoffs, the Bangles, who was the lead singer of the Bangles. Think of Walk Like an Egyptian,
Okay.
right? Think of if you
Right.
wanna and then walk like an Egyptian.
Walk like an
Like,
Egyptian.
it's just, but Susanna brought,
Walk
like, she
like
did it
an
a little different
Egyptian.
every time. And that's what I'm talking about. It's also slight, because Jadyn's already there. Like, she's already there. And I'm being very nitpicky because she's that good.
Which is a good thing,
Yeah, because
Jadyn.
there's another
That's
singer
a good
who
thing.
I've been very hard on throughout this entire run because I think they're that ridiculous of a singer. And I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking
about. Yeah, I wanted, and that's just it, because she sang it so good in this song. I was like, whoever, they are picking some songs tonight.
They are picking some songs on tonight.
Okay. Right.